What brief interaction from your past do you still replay in your mind? 7 years ago, I worked the night shift at a 24-hour diner near the highway. Most nights were the same: truckers, insomniacs, and the occasional group of teenagers after parties. One rainy Tuesday at 3 a.m., a middle-aged woman came in, soaking wet, no umbrella, wearing a business suit that had seen better days. She ordered coffee, black, and stared out the window for nearly an hour without touching it. When I brought her a fresh cup, she looked up at me with red-rimmed eyes. "Can I ask you something strange?" Her voice was steady despite the tears. "If you knew this was your last conversation with another human being, what would you want to say?" I thought it was philosophical small talk, the kind lonely people make at 3 a.m. I answered honestly. "I'd want to tell my little brother I was proud of him. He doesn't hear it enough." She smiled, pulled out a 20 for a $3 coffee, and said, "That's beautiful. Tell him tomorrow, okay? Promise me." I promised. She left. I finished my shift, went home, and called my brother later that day. 3 days later, I saw her photo on the local news. They'd found her car at the bottom of Miller's Bridge, about 2 miles from the diner. The timestamp from the bridge camera showed she'd driven there directly after leaving. She'd signed her house over to a shelter for domestic violence survivors the day before our conversation. No note was found. 7 years later, I still call my brother every Tuesday. Some conversations aren't just conversations. They're final gifts from strangers who needed to know their last active connection mattered.